We're halfway down the block, hands tucked in jacket sleeves, waiting for the coffee cart with a tiny bell. Your breath hangs like a question, and the vendor answers it with 2 cups and a grin. You say this month moved fast, I say the rent didn't. The bus size leaves skate the curb, and a dog pulls a kid towards school. We walk the long way to work, because the sun is soft and late. You read me a headline, I read you a message I never sent. We agree not to solve everything before 9. The crosswalk blinks a little longer than it has to, like it wants us to make it. Keep me warm inside your coat pocket tonight. Keep me warm inside your coat pocket tonight. At lunch we eat on the steps, plastic forks, plastic plans. Your phone buzzes and you flip it face down like it's a bird we rescued. I talk about that night class, you nod like you can already hear the books opening. After 5 we meet by the pharmacy window with paper leaves taped up. The sky goes grapefruit, the wind smells like bread. We miss the early bus on purpose, circle the block, compare prices on winter boots we'll finally buy. I say this is ordinary, you say ordinary is rare. Keep me warm inside your coat pocket tonight. Keep me warm inside your coat pocket tonight. By our door we shake the day off like rain inside. The heater clanks once and believes in itself. You hang your scarf on a chair, I hang my worry next to it. Soup from a jar warms the room, we split the last piece of bread. The glass fog's enough to write our names and leave them there. We check our coat pockets and find last year's ticket stubs. Proof we get through, proof we make it back again.
Steam curls off the manhole lids like shy dragons learning to breathe. And we idle on 12th, letting the light turn a peach at its own slow speed. Your window is cracked for the crisp and the radio tastes like vinyl dusk. Some trumpet making the skyline lean its tall, listening ear toward us. We pass a bakery where cinnamon climbs the glass like ivy. Paper cups of cider, setting our palms to small suns we can carry. Bikes ring their silver bells, leaves make confetti of our hood, and a deli cat stretches royal upon his pumpkin throne of canned food. I say the night will arrive with pockets lined in wool and sparklers. You say the city is a coat that fits better in October than in June. We glide under scaffolds and knit the air threads of temporary sky, counting each rivet like a prayer bead, careful not to skip taxi lights. Annotate the avenue with commas of honey and rye, and water towers sip the first star like it's a secret they'll keep. Drop the needle on the pink horizon again. Drop the needle on the pink horizon again. The river moves beside us along mirror, teaching the dark to dance. Parks unroll their braided paths and skaters scribble cursive in ice that isn't here yet. A cop waves kindly, the moment perfect perfectly legal. We are licensed in warmth. Brownstone stoops hold conversations and pumpkins. Candles tutoring the flame and the highline size with grasses. Practicing the word November to no one. Your laugh fogs the glass. I draw a tiny leaf and a small apartment future. We're not in a rush to meet winter. We're busy signing our names to the day. Inked in raspberry light, stapled by the bridge that keeps time long after we're gone. When we finally take the turn, the street smells like basil and knitted smoke. Kids chase scooters, a dog argues with its moonlit shadow and loses politely. We park where the brick is warm to the touch is bread. We split an apple and I tuck the core into a pocket where the season can keep it safe and sweet. The record keeps spinning, no skips. Our breath sync with headlights. Drop the needle on the pink horizon again. Drop the needle on the pink horizon again.
Cranes pause mid-sentence, thinking it over. Piers stretch like lazy cats into the river. The bike lane whispers secrets in green paint. Cruise ships blink, please and thank you. Water slaps pilings with affectionate applause. A shuttered club purrs, licking its neon paw. Taxi halos braid along damp asphalt, and our names grow lighter with each mile. Lay the velvet evening over our bones. Lay the velvet evening over our bones. Lay the velvet evening over our bones. I roll my sleeve, goosebumps red like sheet music. You nod like a conductor cueing strings. Freight horns hush to a baritone kindness. The wind wears perfume of rosemary and salt. Even the stoplights seem glad to take turns. And the mirror holds the city without judgment. We idle where the ferry scribbles rose signatures. Liberty balances a peach of fire against dusk. Skateboards find poetry in the uneven. Couples argue softly and keep holding hands. I promise to notice when the small good things happen. The river promises to keep happening small and good. Lay the velvet evening over our bones. Lay the velvet evening over our bones. Lay the velvet evening over our bones. The lane opens like a curtain at bowl time, and we take our quiet ovation together. The porch light does that slow blink we never fixed, brave against the early dark. I park by the pile of leaves nobody wants to bag, and hear the neighbor's radio calling plays. You're on the step with 2 mugs and the sweater you stole from me in September. We try to talk about the argument from Thursday and end up laughing at the moment I insisted that's not the point. 10 times the street smells like laundry, wood smoke, and the tiny store that sells pies until they're gone. You hand me the mug and the apology without the speech. Leave the porch light on for me, I'll come home the long way. Leave the porch light on for me, I'll come home the long way. We eat leftover pasta that pretends to be new with butter and pepper. You show me a video of our friend's baby dressed like a pumpkin. I show you the calendar and the boxes we still haven't unpacked. We agree not to fix everything before winter, the relief is immediate. Later we sit on the steps with blankets over our knees like old people auditioning for a future I could live in. The wind tries the lock, finds it sturdy, moves on. A dog patrols the sidewalk like it knows our mail. Leave the porch light on for me, I'll come home the long way. Leave the porch light on for me, I'll come home the long way. I take out the trash and the bag doesn't break. Small miracle, you plug in the string of lights we forgot to take down last year. The block goes quiet one window at a time. When we finally go in, the porch light blinks once more in a way that looks like yes. We sleep with the window cracked and wake till leaves already planning the yard's new shape. Morning will come early and we're ready in the most ordinary way I know, together with a list and a laugh.
Not scarves of ivy and light, window dogs supervised from velvet thrones, storefronts fog glass with sugar ghosts and heat, museums sip dusk like gold poured in hush. A trumpet floats from somewhere roofward, mannequins relearn breathing as neon warms. The taste of cinnamon coin and newsprint, your smile resets every downtown clock. If the street is kind, be kinder. If the street is kind, be kinder. Carriage wheels narrate the park edge softly, leaves choose a graceful exit one by one. Doormen fold the day like linen that mattered. We drive as if each corner carried a small choir. Windows host dinners of basil and laughter. We borrow a seat at the aroma and pass by the plaza. Fountains practice winter discipline. Scarves translate chill into ceremony. I steer into the longest possible yes. You underline it with your palm on mine. A violin busks in a warm doorway halo, and time ties its bow just right. If the street is kind, be kinder. If the street is kind, be kinder. We glide north under handwriting clouds, and the city signs off with a wink.
Windows half open, the Hudson smells like coins and rain. Barges push the evening like slow punctuation. We idle past piers where gulls edit the horizon. Your laugh threads traffic into a softer sweater. Storefront glass blushes, a mirror generous to strangers. Billboards bow politely as the sun signs its name in rows. I count bridges like wishes and miscount on purpose. The deli bell rings and bread forgives the knife. Horns trade low vows that feel like second chances. And my hands relearn your hands at every light. Let the pink wind carry us home tonight. Let the pink wind carry us home tonight. Taxi roofs sparkle into a patient constellation. Cyclists stitch the dusk with neon thread. A tugboat writes cursive on the water's dark dress. We take the long lane just to hear it hum. I pocket a sliver of sky for later and call it proof. Your sleeve gathers color like a quiet vow. We cross beneath cranes that pause mid-sentence. Windows raise their shy blinds to wave good evening. Our old quarrel yawns in a storefront and goes to sleep. Cinnamon from a bakery moons the block with sweetness. I promise to steer by kindness, not speed. You know the city loosens its tide, the river loosens our ribs. Let the pink wind carry us home tonight. Let the pink wind carry us home tonight. Down by the tunnels, steam makes crowns from grates. Some kid practices ollies like small rebellions of joy. The sky fades to velvet but keeps one ribbon bright. We drive through that ribbon and come out lighter. And every curve says stay if you want, stay if you can.
Factories sleep with gentle snore. Water towers lean like watchful elders. Polished bakeries send butter hymns to the block. And cyclists stitch the river edge with bells. We drift past doorways where laughter steams. Fairy lights make treaties with the early dark. Slice of sky for later. Save a slice of sky for later. Ho 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 ho. A pier dog names us friends without paperwork. Neighbors trade soups over railings. A band rehearses through a window of fern, and the scent of cloves edits the wind. You pocket a postcard of the skyline in your eyes. I promise not to lose it on the way home. And the avenue nods as if it heard. Save a slice of sky for later. Save a slice of sky for later. By McCarran the leaves run one more lap. We cheer them like cousins at a race. Greenpoint hangs a lantern for our return.
The scarf you forgot in July waits on the hook like it knew the weather would turn. I wrap it twice and head for the river, past pumpkins line like traffic cones, past the man roasting nuts in a Rose. The sky says sunset at 5 isn't a threat, just a rule. We meet by the benches that lean toward the water. You laugh about the bike you still haven't fixed. I hand you hot chocolate and cinnamon sneaks up on your grin. We talk about the plan we keep delaying, the cheap trip, the spare key, the dentist. You say the season makes you honest. I say it makes me careful. Say it's alright, we'll be fine in the yellow scarf you left behind. Say it's alright, we'll be fine in the yellow scarf you left behind. I mean, say we walk the boardwalk to the end where the planks turn into advice. Don't run, hold hands, look both ways. Fairy horns practice their low harmonies. You say the job is rough but better. I say sleep is a project I'm working on. A kid passes with a plastic sword. We salute because we wanna be brave too. Your fingers find mine and count to 10 like a spell. The stores flick on their lights and the world gets cheaper and kinder. We split a soft pretzel because dinner can wait when the air tastes this clean. Say it's alright, we'll be fine in the yellow scarf you left behind. Say it's alright, we'll be fine in the yellow scarf you left behind. It's on the bus home, we fog the window and draw a map that leads from here to tomorrow morning. The driver plays the weather on talk radio. It sounds like oh, at your door you try on the scarf and decide to forget it again. I pretend not to notice and promise to meet you at the river when the rule book changes to winter. We hug the kind of hug that keeps working after it's over, carrying heat across the cold street like a vigil. Still lace over water, November ribs bright as hymns. The tram floats beside us like a thought we can see. Roosevelt windows blink supper in careful moors. Cab lights drift east, patient as plan is. You touch the glass and borrow the color there. I fold your name into the turn like linen. Radiators gossip through open kitchen mouths. A trumpet brushes air from someone's stairwell. Keep the long span steady in our chests. Keep the long span steady in our chests. The river widens like a breath we finally take. Streets below grid the evening with warm rules. Billboards rehearse kindness in soft pink syllables. We answer by slowing where no one asked us to. Bridges ahead stack like promises we'll keep. You say remember this exact shade and I do. Descend into Queens, bakeries glow like lanterns. Peach becomes ember, ember becomes wine. We carry a stripe of blush behind your ear like dogs tug their people toward dinners and stories. Our mirrors hold Manhattan small and sweet as a postcard. The span hums after us, proud and gentle. Keep the long span steady in our chest. Keep the long span steady in our chest. Astoria smoke drifts like measured forgiveness. Someone laughs on a balcony. The night agrees, and the road says take the second right into mercy.
Up at 4, trying the stones, remember monks. The garden keeps time for slow questions. The river below moves like a heavy song, and hawks draw circles no compass can explain. We cruise the ridge like a careful sentence. Oak leaves do the math of falling around us, and the air tastes like apple skins and slate. Keep the lantern low and the wonder high. Keep the lantern low and the wonder high. Archways tame the last pink into hush. A bell somewhere closes the book of light, and the path writes scripture in crushed gold. I count the bridges north like verses. You count the heartbeats south like rhyme. Together we keep time without hurry. Keep the lantern low and the wonder high. Keep the lantern low and the wonder high. When the first star sets its shoulder on Spiden Duval, we whisper our names to the Hudson sleep, and the Cloisters Wind answers amen.
Galleries rest with paint-scented sighs. Rooftop bays of waves from palette gardens. Skaters ride silver cursive along the curb. The High Line carries strollers like a hush. Piers lean in like cats listening to water. Freighters clap politely against old wood. Your laughter rings off brick and finds home twice. My shoulders forget they were carrying Friday. Let the breeze iron out our doubt. Let the breeze iron out our doubt. Oh, a baker cools rosemary loaves by the door. A cyclist eludes with 2 careful fingers. Crosswalks tilt toward tenderness and stay. We choose patience where it costs a minute. Someone on speakerphone learns to say sorry. The street lamp halos the warehouses, dream out loud of oceans. A taxi nuzzles the curb like a tired horse. I steer toward whatever needs forgiving. You check the sky like a compass that loves us. Pink folds neatly into periwinkle and keeps us seen. The city stitches that seam across our ribs. Let the breeze iron out our doubt. Let the breeze iron odometer sounds like rain, and even the cranes finish their sentence kindly. The wedge of steel and glass sips the last light. Wind slips around the corner with a two-note whistle. Umbrellas dry on hooks like sleepy bats, and traffic paints tidy braids in the rain. We idle beneath the clock that prefers honesty. A newsstand stacks the evening into measured columns, and a violin hums from the subway mouth. We'll keep this hush between the gears. We'll keep this hush between the gears. A florist smuggles warmth in paper cones. Office windows wink out in polite sequence. The park benches hold their silver tongues, and the sky signs the page in grapefruit ink. You tilt your cup, steam writes a soft sermon. I nod as if the city asked a good question, and the answer is simply slower. We'll keep this hush between the gears. We'll keep this hush between the gears. Broadway opens like a book well thumbed. We turn the page with both hands steady, and Flatiron smiles into the drizzle.
Leaves skate the FDR like copper minnows. Hospitals glow with ending light. Patience, the UN stands quiet as a held breath. We keep right where the river is a shoulder. Helicopters fuss like silver bees over glass. Barge lights blink like metronomes for calm. Numbers become lullabies. 34th, 23rd, and our week unclenches by degrees. Let the evening teach us how to slow. Let the evening teach us how to slow. Steam crowns a block in temporary glory. A jogger waves at nothing. We wave back anyway. I taste apple and brass in the mouth of wind. You name the clouds until you run out of names. The motor hums a velvet key in the low register. And the guardrail catches the last sip of pink. South Street loosens its ribbon and hands it over. We save it in the glove box like a backstage pass. Sirens far away switch to indoor voices. Our voices follow, choosing porch light volume. Your pulse steadies the wheel in my hands. Exit signs glow like open doors in a poem. Let the evening teach us how to slow. Let the evening teach us how to slow. By the ferry slips, gulls critique the tide. We promise to keep a lane for grace, and the asphalt keeps its promise back.
From the bridge, the ferry writes cursive on slate. Liberty lifts a peach of fire to the dusk. Cranes bow like old dancers with new knees. Gulls arbitrate fries with fierce diplomacy. Tourists gasp one word in 12 languages. A tugboat shoves the day onto its plate. We wave at no one and meet everyone. And the tide loosens the skyline. Shoulders crown the harbor with a floating rose. Crown the harbor with a floating rose. Warehouses dream of salt and weathered hymns. The Verrazano strings the bay with silver thread. Buses glow like lanterns on distant shores. You warm my knee like a bakery window. We count buoys as if they were blessings, and miss on purpose so the blessings continue. Looping south, we pocket the last blush. Car lots glitter like small constellations. A sailor phones home from the shadow of a crane. We leave room in our silence for that hello. The harbor clears its throat and becomes lullaby. The city promises to stay. Crown the harbor with a floating rose. Crown the harbor with a floating rose. We drift back toward streets that remember our names. The bridge hums, yes, beneath us. Stone lions keep watching it in mist. Students whisper plans that sound like weather. And the cathedral rubs its hands for warmth. We coast the edge where the park falls gently. Brown leaves sigh against bicycle chains. Tea escapes a cafe door and cinnamon bread. Drive slow enough to hear the leaves. Drive slow enough to hear the leaves. Riverside lifts a wine velvet hum. Buildings hum back in radiator chorus. A clarinet studies scales in an open stairwell, and cabs float north with monk-like grace. Your sleeve collects a stripe of afterglow. I tuck it by your wrist like a ribbon of luck, and promise to keep the turn soft and true. Drive slow enough to hear the leaves. By one, till you think the sky becomes a deep notebook. We write our names with careful tires, and Morningside keeps our secret on the hill.
I miss the early train and don't run. The platform smells like rain breaks and a little weekend. My jacket pocket holds a flyer for an open mic I might try if courage grows. I text that I'm late, you reply with a cat. Pretend to read my book. A woman down the bench wears paint on her hands and a wedding ring to know some years. We slide into the tunnel and the lights make us look like versions of ourselves who sleep enough. When we surface, the sky has already given up the day. I mark a line in my notebook, cross it out and write it better. Save me a seat by the window and I'll bring the heat pack for your hands. Save me a seat by the window and I'll bring the heat pack for your hands. I get off 2 stops early to walk the last hill with a grocery bag against my hip. The corner store has the good bread. The owner sighs like an uncle when I forget my points again. Outside, the wind makes a bargain with the trees and winds. You spot me half a block away and wave like the day finally did something right. Inside, the cat clocks out and surrenders my book. We eat soup we didn't make and crack the window just enough to let the cold remind us what warmth is for. Jackets pile on the chair like friendly dogs. Save me a seat by the window and I'll bring the heat pack for your hands. Save me a seat by the window and I'll bring the heat pack for your hands. Later you asked to hear the lyric I kept rewriting on the train. I sing it quiet while the radiator ticks time. You say it sounds like walking home in October. I believe you because you've always known the map better than I do. The night folds its corners and puts itself away. We leave our shoes by the door like 2 small boats that made it to shore.
Warehouses breathe salt and pain. The harbor lifts a shoulder of cold fruit airs. Ropes knock the dock with low percussion, and a gull writes sloppy cursive across the pier. We follow Van Brunt where windows hold warm kitchens. Someone shucks oysters to a transistor hymn. A forklift crawls like a tired beetle under rose light. Pink evening, stay a minute more. Pink evening, stay a minute more. The statue glows like a coin rubbed lucky. A bar door opens, cardamom, brass, and jokes. Couples split a bowl of fries like a treaty, and the jukebox chooses a slow honesty. Your scarf outruns the breeze by a laugh and a half. My pockets hoard heat from a paper cup. The cobbles forgive our careful tires again. Pink evening, stay a minute more. Pink evening, stay a minute more. Tugs nudge the day into its winter birth. We turn at the mural of saints with grocery bags, and Red Hook closes its eyes without losing the glow. The first real cold knocks like a polite neighbor. Billboards rehearse their polished kindness. Steam climbs from subway lungs in steady columns. tea on the corner, taste of brass and honey. Storefront glass fogs with soft confessions. Mittens argue and reconcile in the same pocket. The city decides to be tender and succeeds. We borrow that decision for ourselves. Ooh, keep the sign lit where we can keep it. Keep the sign lit where we can keep it. A couple debates gently while holding hands. A busker counts tips as blessings, not debts. Headlines grow quieter as our breath grows loud. You thread my name through a radio whisper. I thread yours back in the dial warms. Lights blink patient, Morse for home. By the river the sky turns page by page. We read aloud until the words become us. Cars drift past like commas that understand. The bridge clears its throat in baritone pain. I set the cruise to Mercy and leave it there. And November nods in grapefruit gold. Keep the sign lit where we can keep it. Keep the sign lit where we can keep it. Keep the sign lit where we can keep it. Ooh. We drive home slower than night requires, arriving like a promise kept.
Prospect Park and Buttons, its white green coat. Geese fold themselves into commas on the lake. A distant carousel yawns sugar into the dome, and runners exchange nods like old neighbors. We circle the loop at conversation speed. Headlights soft as mittens on a railing. The trees applaud without needing to be seen. Leave the map open, follow the glow. Leave the map open, follow the glow. Vendors split, roasted corn and jokes. Accordion breath slips out of a brownstone. Kids kick leaves until the path agrees to be a river, and a baker dusts the block with confectioner's snow. Your voice falls into harmony with the night. I catch it in the rear view like a friendly star, and let the turn signal tick a steady lullaby. Leave the map open, follow the glow. Leave the map open, follow the glow. By the arch we salute the quiet cavalry. Drive on with pockets full of amber minutes, and Prospect keeps one more for the road.
Masts clicking knit, rhythms at the slips. Boardwalk planks carry the rumor of whales. Tourists tighten scarves into brave little sails, and gulls practice their courtroom objections. We ease along Water Street, sold bones. Bricks keep secrets in well-pressed coats. A chowder shop fogs its windows like daydreams. Under this afterglow we stay easy. Under this afterglow we stay easy. A fit of tunes where barrels once rolled. The river puts on a cardigan of pink wool, and boats whisper names signs, yes, and small applause. Under this afterglow, we stay easy. Under this afterglow, we stay easy. The bridges bow in sequence toward the harbor. We bow back, grateful and quiet, and the seaport carries us soft into night.
Brownstones wear cardigans of ivy and brick. Windows breathe out soup scent and radio laughter. A florist pins dust to the awning with clothespins, and maple leaves skate the curb like copper coins. We idle past the park's iron grin, hear dogs negotiate. A saxophone checks its tone in the alley's chill. You warm my fingers between gear shifts, easy, sure. Hold the dusk like a steady cup, don't spill a drop. Hold the dusk like a steady cup, don't spill a drop. Townhouse steps remember last summer's lemonade. Doorbells ring polite as librarians. A jogger counts blessings under their breath, and the crosswalk gives us a long, generous blink. Steam climbs from grates like careful handwriting. The bakery closes with a soft applause of trays. Your laugh lands on my shoulder and stays a while. Hold the dusk like a steady cup, don't spill a drop. Hold the dusk like a steady cup, don't spill a drop. Taxi tide lights pulse like patient hearts. A cat commands the sidewalk with velvet decree. We turn toward Third where the wind tastes of nutmeg, and the skyline lowers its voice to speak plain. Tonight we keep every small promise way first. Break early, save the last light for later, and let Gramercy smoke its gentle pipe of November.
The expressway unspools like a patient ribbon. Green exit syllables pronounce forgiveness. Hospitals glitter with vending saints in windows. The UN keeps its oath in transparent stone. We keep right where water is a shoulder. Porch lights blink steady lullabies. The odometer whispers numbers we can trust, and the mirror holds a kinder city. Let the mirror hold the city kindly. Let the mirror hold the city kindly. Numbers become songs as they count down. Hearts become drums, we don't rush. Tires translate asphalt into smooth truth. You adjust the heat 2 notches toward mercy. I adjust my voice to match, and the river approves in small applause. By Battery Park the sky closes softly. Ferries for breath. Streetlights line up like ushers at grace, and the dash glows candle warm. Named after and enough, arriving exactly when we're ready. Skyscrapers remember summer and blush. Jinko breath perfumes the curb with history. Lobbies exhale starch and citrus mercies. So bus sighs and the block forgives the day. Violin practice drifts by the loading dock. Notes fall like leaves that refuse to hurry. Office windows blink, their polite eyelids closed. Coffee warms even the sternest hands. Let the glass hold our better faces. Let the glass hold our better faces. Brownstones, button coats of ivy and light. Newsstands tucked tomorrow under rubber bands. A courier whistles the melody we didn't know we knew. Crosswalk paints afresh and somehow tender. Your laugh stacks the street into neat harmonies. The curb cuts bow like ushers. We park beneath a tree that speaks copper. I steer by your pulse rather than the map. A bakery releases moon-shaped cookies. To air we taste the crumb of evening, and the sky leaves a signature. One soft streak we fold it, pocket it, call it receipt. Let the glass hold our better faces. 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 Tires roll the day thin as gold leaf, and the night sticks gently to everything.
Is warm like bread in a patient oven. Stoops rehearse tomorrow's gossip kindly. Record stores flip to the last page of the day. Dogs debate the moon with credible points. Flatbush murmurs as avenues lean closer. Laundromats perfume the block with clean hope. We slow enough to read our hearts aloud, and every crosswalk says take your time. Keep the ember patient in our hands. Keep the ember patient. pajamas, waves like a mayor. Window plants nod like aunties at a ferry. Bodega bells ring in the key of neighbor. Pizzas travel like sacred books through air. Fire escape sparkle with fork light dinners, and the sky tucks itself behind a water tower. Steel hums as the bridge climbs under us. Manhattan sketches itself in charcoal lines. We dim the volume to almost a whisper. Let the tires sing the rest of the song. Your head leans and the seat remembers. We become the kind of quiet that listens back. Keep the ember patient in our hands. Keep the ember patient in our hands. The boroughs trade goodnights across the river, and our pulses trade goodnights too. Graffiti climbs pillars like brave ivy. Water answers each tire with a rounded vowel. Helicopters knit the skyline with silver thread. Barges move like sentences, finishing themselves. Tugs blink patient syllables for the blind corners. We pronounce November without flinching. Steam unrolls from grates like soft coronations, and the air tastes faintly of pepper and corn. Hold the echo steady in our ribs. Hold the echo steady in our ribs. A cyclist taps two fingers in blessing. A fisherman counts the river in quiet 8 counts. The bridge above sings in iron throats. We tune our breath to their forgiven meter. Traffic becomes a choir that learn restraint, and the city finds its inside voice under the span. Darkness is velvet, not fear. You say, remember this, I already am. The shoreline wears a necklace of careful windows. We keep bright, we keep gentle, we keep true. Someone on a pier proposes to the patient dusk. Even the gulls nod approval. Hold the echo steady in our ribs. Hold the echo steady in our ribs. We surface into pink that waited for us, and the river forgives what we forgot.
Skyscrapers remember summer and blush. Jinko breath perfumes the curb with history. Lobbies exhale starch and citrus mercies. So bus sighs and the block forgives the day. Violin practice drifts by the loading dock. Notes fall like leaves that refuse to hurry. Office windows blink, their polite eyelids closed. Coffee warms even the sternest hands. Let the glass hold our better faces. Let the glass hold our better faces. Brownstones, button coats of ivy and light. Newsstands tucked tomorrow under rubber bands. A courier whistles the melody we didn't know we knew. Crosswalk paints afresh and somehow tender. Your laugh stacks the street into neat harmonies. The curb cuts bow like ushers. We park beneath a tree that speaks copper. I steer by your pulse rather than the map. A bakery releases moon-shaped cookies. To air we taste the crumb of evening, and the sky leaves a signature. One soft streak we fold it, pocket it, call it receipt. Let the glass hold our better faces. 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 Tires roll the day thin as gold leaf, and the night sticks gently to everything.
Brownstones, not scarves of ivy and light. Window dogs supervised from velvet thrones. Storefronts, fog glass with sugar ghosts and heat. Museums sip dusk like gold poured in hush. A trumpet floats from somewhere roofward. Mannequins relearn breathing as neon warms. The wind tastes of cinnamon coin and newsprint. Your smile resets every downtown clock. If the street is kind, be kinder. If the street is kind, be kinder. Carriage wheels narrate the park edge softly. Leaves choose a graceful exit one by one. Doormen fold the day like linen that mattered. We drive as if each corner carried a small choir. Windows host dinners of basil and laughter. We borrow a seat at the aroma and pass by the plaza. Fountains practice winter discipline. Scarves translate chill into ceremony. I steer into the longest possible yes. You underline it with your palm on mine. A violin busks in a warm doorway halo, and time ties its bow just right. If the street is kind, be kinder. If the street is kind, be kinder. We glide north under handwriting clouds, and the city signs off with a wink. Autumn pours between pond and stone. Rope Boats clink like toasts in a low bar. A sax wanders from the tunnel in suede shoes. Every bench leaves room for ghosts and knees. Carriage hooves narrate like patient librarians. Leaves applaud without demanding applause back. We sip the hour as if it were wine, not time, and not at statues who know our secrets. Keep the ember glowing in our mouths. Keep the ember glowing in our mouths. Bowbridge shines like a polished coin. Geese rehearse vowels near the reeds. Vendors steam chestnuts into gentle vows. Kids sword fight air with twigs that when you fog a heart on glass. I draw another, the park stamps our pass. Approved, proceed. Back on Fifth, brownstones not bright scarves. Window dogs supervise the golden avenue. Museum sip dusk the way elders sip tea. My hands hold the wheel the way prayer holds breath. And your shoulder leans exactly like home. We learn to land without losing altitude. Keep the ember glowing in our mouths. Keep the ember glowing in our mouths. They keep the ember glowing in our mouths. Keep the ember glowing in our mouths. The city exhales, we exhale with it in night lights. Every page we turn.
Cables like heartstrings plucked by gulls. We roll onto the span and the record start. Side A track one, blush press the sky. The skyline a steady needle on velvet grooves. Tourists clap for the daylight on cool. We slow to match the applause and mean it. The river wears sequins tossed by the sun. Even the cops wave is tender tonight. Drop the needle on the pink horizon again. Drop the needle on the pink horizon again. Arch by arch we learn to breathe evenly. Steel hums home into our open chest. Boats flicker down there like careful fireflies. Your laugh crackles like warm vinyl. I memorize the skip so I can love it later. And later rise right now. By the last crown the sky is a quiet ember. Brooklyn smells like basil and dinner. Stoops rehearse tomorrows with soft voices. Kids chalk galaxies, nobody races. Townhouses wink through ginkgo eyelashes. Rowers count 8 with braided thunder. Dogs argue and forgive in one tail wag. Joggers wear breath like scarves of steam. The river licks stones with warm vows. Benches memorize lovers for winter later. A father balances pizza boxes like sacred books, and the viaduct hums a burgundy drone. Pour the hours slow as a glass. Pour the hours slow as a glass. Cyclists decant the path into patient lanes. Horns choose the minor key and hold. Your name arrives on the wind and stays. Mine follows and they harmonize low. The light learns to lean on our shoulders, and November finally trusts our hands. We catch the last stripe of pink on the guardrail, hide it under our tongues for later. Kids on scooters bargain for 5 more minutes. Parents pretend reluctance and smile. I pledge to stop where the view gets brave. You pledge to point where it does. Pour the hour slow as a glass. Pour the hour slow as a glass. The river nods, good taste, good pace, and the road pours us home. Stone lions keep watching it amidst. Students whisper plans that sound like weather, and the cathedral rubs its hands for warmth. We coast the edge where the park falls gently. Brown leaves sigh against bicycle chains. Tea escapes a cafe door and cinnamon breath. Drive slow enough to hear the leaves. Drive slow enough to hear the leaves. Oh, Riverside lifts a wine velvet hum. Buildings hum back in radiator chorus. A clarinet studies scales in an open stairwell, and cabs float north with monk-like grace. Your sleeve collects a stripe of afterglow. I tuck it by your wrist like a ribbon of luck, and promise to keep the turn soft and true. Drive slow enough to hear the leaves.
Brownstone stoops glow like careful lanterns. Fried fish stories drift down Lennox laughing. Church doors breathe a choir into the last orange from the court. A bus kneels to bless the sneakers and rises. We collect yeses like smooth stones for pockets. Let the lantern show the road we need. Let the lantern show the road we need. A grandmother waves from a second floor window. Her plant watches us like a green cat. Barbers sweep the day into a tidy pile. Trumpet scales climb a fire escape like ivy. Your hand squeezes once, I'm here. I answer twice, and the traffic chooses jazz for its heartbeat. We cut toward the park's dark wine and listen. The moon auditions behind slow branches. You tell me every detour we took made sense. I believe you like a choir believes pitch. My driving becomes prayer, slow, present, true. And autumn answers amen in copper. Let the lantern show the road we need. Let the lantern show the road we need. Let the lantern show the road we need. Lights lean warm. The avenue writes our names, then underlines them for later. Row house stoops lean close like cousins. Brown leaves whisper along the iron fences, and someone reads Baldwin on a stoop lamp throne, and the block smells like sage and pizza stones.
We round the park where hoops catch the orange afterglow. Kids argue the score with laughter for punctuation. A drummer tests the rim and the trees keep time. Keep the pace at mercy tonight. Let warmth arrive. Keep the pace at mercy tonight. Let warmth arrive. A bookstore glows like a ship in the street sea. Cashiers fold paper bags into bedtime stories. Bikes coast by in wool hats and clear-eyed calm, and a dog names every leaf before going in. The hill above DeKalb shows Manhattan in Ember. Your hand adds a quiet star to the dashboard. I steer like I finally learned the shape of yes. Keep the pace at mercy tonight. Let warmth arrive. Keep the pace at mercy tonight. Let warmth arrive. We take the long block to smell one more chimney. Count cornices like scallops on an autumn shell, and let Fort Greene teach the city how to glow. Remember songs and painted goats, Bedford Honey, cinnamon doors and bicycle bells. A boss spills trumpet onto the curb in friendly cursive. We don't stop, we let it chase us a block and smile. Yeah. Vendors fold their day into warm paper envelopes. A mural exhales color like the ground turning kind. like careful toes. Someone teaches a dog to sit for the sunset. We practice patience at 3 green lights in a row. You put my name on the breeze and it fits over the river. Rose on black water, boats write sparkled cursive that fades as it forgives. We pass the door where winter once held our silence. Tonight it's only a door with good wood and a brass smile. I give it a nod like an old rival turned friend, and the night says keep what you need. Hold the sweet road at the speed of grace. Hold the sweet road at the speed of grace. Hold the sweet road at the speed of grace. Hold the sweet road at the speed of grace. We take the slowest ramp because we can. Brooklyn lights comb our hair with gold, and the tempo drops into the pocket of yes. Oh, 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 yeah. Oh, oh.
Row houses warm like bread in a patient oven. Stoops rehearse tomorrow's gossip kindly. Record stores flip to the last page of the day. Dogs debate the moon with credible points. Flatbush murmurs as avenues lean closer. Laundromats perfume the block with clean hope. We slow enough to read our hearts aloud, and every crosswalk says take your time. Keep the ember patient in our hands. Keep the ember patient in our hands. A child in dinosaur pajamas waves like a mayor. Window plants nod like aunties at a ferry. Bodega bells ring in the key of neighbor. Pizzas travel like sacred books through air. Fire escapes sparkle with fork light dinners, and the sky tucks itself behind a water tower. Steel hums as the bridge climbs under us. Manhattan sketches itself in charcoal lines. We dim the volume to almost a whisper. Let the tires sing the rest of the song. Your head leans and the seat remembers. We become the kind of quiet that listens back. Keep the ember patient in our hands. Keep the ember patient in our hands. The burros trade goodnights across the river, and our pulses trade goodnights too.
Loft windows lean like curious cousins. Street lights sprinkle nutmeg on the cobble. Cafes pour laughter into paper moons. Some door frame dares a night to dance. Rain waits politely off stage with its coat. Skaters mail love letters to gravity. A florist sweeps petals into a shy galaxy. Sirens practice whispering for once. Teach the wheel a gentler grammar. Teach the wheel a gentler grammar. Camera stores tuck silver dreams to bed. A stray cat edit our route with royal authority. We pass a bookshop that smells like thunder. Save a poem for later in jacket pockets. Neon signs try on softer vowels for sighs. And the cobble forgives every small mistake. We circle once more just because we can. A baker powders the night with sugar weather. Your laugh lands on my shoulder and stays. I downshift into gratitude and mean it. The map folds itself into a paper crane and flies to the backseat to rest. Teach the wheel a gentler grammar. 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 By the light we practice saying sorry right, and the signal waves us forward sweetly.
Row houses warm like bread in a patient oven. Stoops rehearse tomorrow's gossip kindly. Record stores flip to the last page of the day. Dogs debate the moon with credible points. Flatbush murmurs as avenues lean closer. Laundromats perfume the block with clean hope. We slow enough to read our hearts aloud, and every crosswalk says take your time. Keep the ember patient in our hands. Keep the ember patient in our hands. A child in dinosaur pajamas waves like a mayor. Window plants nod like aunties at a ferry. Bodega bells ring in the key of neighbor. Pizzas travel like sacred books through air. Fire escapes sparkle with fork light dinners, and the sky tucks itself behind a water tower. Steel hums as the bridge climbs under us. Manhattan sketches itself in charcoal lines. We dim the volume to almost a whisper. Let the tires sing the rest of the song. Your head leans and the seat remembers. We become the kind of quiet that listens back. Keep the ember patient in our hands. Keep the trade goodnights across the river, and our pulses trade goodnights too. We go when the game starts, so the store is quiet. You push the cart, I steal a grape and call it research. The list says milk, bread, apples, batteries, and whatever smells like fall. We choose the heavy soup with the cranky chef on the label. You hold 2 candles to my nose and ask which one smells like home. I say both, but the cashier will decide. In the cereal aisle, a toddler negotiates with the universe. We nod like diplomats and move on. Outside, the sky has that tin blue color that keeps its promises. We argue kindly about paper versus plastic and take the tote we forgot last time. Hold me close in the ordinary light. We're doing fine, we're doing fine. Hold me close in the ordinary light. We're doing fine, we're doing fine. Back home we unpack like a set change for a calmer play. Apples in the bowl, bills in a stack, the good mug by the kettle. You call your mom, I sweep the leaves from the stoop. We apologize for something small we said with the wrong timing, and it doesn't grow into weather. Steam right soft, dancers on the kitchen window while the radio finds a song from high school that didn't age, but we did. We eat leaning on the counter because chairs are ceremony and tonight is simple. Hold me close in the ordinary light. We're doing fine, we're doing fine. When the first chill sneaks under the door, we add a blanket instead of starting a war. With the thermostat, the candle smells like apples and also like holding on outside. The neighbors argue about football and then about nothing. We tape the new list on the fridge and call it a plan. It's not dramatic, but it's ours. We fall asleep before the credits full and quiet. October breathing low outside the glass.
Bridge mirrors a polished coin of evening. Geese gossip near the reeds in soft vows. Vendors steam the air with chestnut vows. Asphalt writes cursive under our quiet tires. Skaters trace kindness into the loop, smooth grammar. Rowers stitch discipline across liquid pages. A bench practices holding what it must, and bronze heroes blink like patient uncles. Hang the lantern where the wind can find it. Hang the lantern where the wind can find it. We idle by statues who know our soft parts. Pink hour unbuttons the city's shoulders. A child tosses leaves like confetti for nothing. We cheer anyway and mean it. You name the ducks after jazz standards. I drive to the tempo of autumn serenade. Past the mall, guitars learn wool glove chords. A dog insists the night include one more lap. We agree because agreement tastes like cider. The skyline peeks through branches like a shy actor. We give it applause in case it needs courage. And it bows in light in the lantern where the wind can find it. Hang the lantern where the wind can find it. The park says keep what you love, we do. Tucking it between heartbeat and wheel. Loft sip, dust the warehouse bones. Cobblestones click like tiny metronomes. A projector paints a short film on an old wall. And steam crowns a corner, deli in pale gold. And we pass a freight door, yawning, polite and tired. Baristas stack cups into winter battlements. Yeah, keep the headlights low and the kindness high. Keep the headlights low and the kindness high. Elevated trains wrestle like distant timbers. The river looks close enough to rest your hand. And every window holds a tender, ordinary play. You count water towers like lighthouses inland. I measure the evening in breaths, not blocks. The city edits our rush into simpler cinder senses. Keep the headlights low and the kindness high. Keep the headlights low and the kindness high. When the first star finds a gap between towers, we promise to arrive later than I'll worry. And let Tribeca play us a copper calm. La-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. La-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da.
Cobble clicks under careful tires. Lofts exhale clove and camera light. A cat owns a window with royal patience. Paper lantern, perverts, sleuth and stories. Couriers thread dusk with ribbon speed. Gallery doors yawn, one last soft laugh out. Shadows ride shotgun and behave. Rain signal to gratitude. Keep the smoke sweet and the road true. Keep the smoke sweet and the road true. Green arrives like a benediction. We roll forward easy and sure.